The most common reason people fail at passive income isn't the strategy they choose. It's the order they built things in. They start with investing before they have surplus capital. They launch a product before they have an audience. They try to run 5 income streams before one of them is working. They build the advanced layer of the house before the foundation is set, and then, when things don't compound the way they expected, they conclude that passive income doesn't work. It works, but it's a sequence, not a collection of unrelated strategies you can launch in any order. Each stage of the sequence does 2 things. It produces income or assets at that level, and it solves the exact problem that would make the next stage difficult. Today, I'm going to walk you through that sequence from the beginning. 9 stages, the order they should be built in, and why each one makes the next one possible. Whatever stage you're currently at, there's a clear answer for what comes next. Stage 1, earned income. Before anything else on this list, this is where it starts. And the reason most people skip past it is that it feels too obvious or too familiar to take seriously as part of a passive income strategy. Here's the reframe. A job, a freelance practice, a consulting business, these are not the enemy of passive income. They're the fuel that makes everything else possible. Earned income is the only stage of this entire roadmap that requires no existing capital to start. Every stage after this one requires either money, an audience, a skill set, or an asset, all of which takes time to build. Stage 1 is where you build the financial foundation that funds all of it. The priorities at this stage are specific. Stabilize your income, reduce unnecessary expenses, build a basic emergency fund so you're not touching the asset building budget when life happens, and set aside a fixed monthly amount, even a small one, that is earmarked specifically for building the next stage. The mistake at stage 1 is treating the job as the destination. The goal isn't to stay here. The goal is to create surplus, more income than you need for expenses, and use that surplus to fund stage 2. Everything you build from this point forward gets funded by what you do here, so core principle. Earned income is not the destination, it's the fuel. Stage 2, your first digital asset. With your surplus income established, the next stage is building something that creates value independently of your ongoing time. The shift from trading time for money to creating something that earns after the initial work is done. The best first assets for people to fall into 5 categories: a YouTube channel, a niche blog or content website, an email newsletter, a small digital product, or an affiliate content site. These share 4 characteristics that make them ideal as first assets. They have very low startup costs, often under $50 to launch. They have near 100% profit margins once created. They require no physical inventory and no fulfillment, and they can reach a global audience without paid advertising. For complete beginners, the strongest first choice is a content asset, either a YouTube channel or a niche website. Here's why. Content assets build traffic and discoverability that makes every subsequent stage easier. An audience found through search or YouTube will buy your first product, join your email list, and follow you through the stages that come after. The most important rule at this stage? Choose one asset and build it properly before starting another. The beginner who splits their efforts across a YouTube channel, an Etsy store, and a newsletter builds all 3 slowly. The beginner who focuses on one builds it faster, validates it sooner, and has a platform to launch everything else from. One asset, fully built, then the next. So, core principle. Build one asset that can attract attention repeatedly. Stage 3. Build an audience. There's a distinction here that most creators miss until they've wasted significant time on the wrong goal. Views are temporary. A video goes out, people watch it, and then it's gone from most people's awareness. Followers are more durable. They're people who elected to hear from you again. But trust is the actual asset. Trust is built when a specific type of person consistently finds genuine value in what you produce. When your content is so specifically useful to a defined audience that they seek it out rather than stumble across it. The actions at this stage are consistent, not complicated. Publish on a schedule rather than randomly. Solve the same category of problem repeatedly rather than chasing whatever topic seems interesting that week. Develop a voice and a perspective that feels distinct from the 10 other channels covering your niche. Study which specific topics and formats create the strongest response from your audience. More comments, more saves, more shares, more subscribers. Double down on what your audience tells you is working before expanding into new territory. And most importantly, a small, specific, trusted audience is worth dramatically more than a large, generic one. 1,000 people who trust your judgment on a specific topic will buy your first product. 100,000 subscribers who found you through a trending topic probably won't. Attention gets the first click. Trust creates the business. Core principle. Attention gets the first click. Trust creates the business. Stage 4. Build an email list. Here's the problem with building an audience entirely on someone else's platform. YouTube can change its algorithm and cut your reach overnight. Google can update its search rankings and bury your website. Instagram can shift its feed priorities and reduce your visibility to 10% of your followers. Etsy can change its search system and collapse your shop's discoverability. These things have happened repeatedly to people who built real audiences on platforms they don't control. An email list cannot be taken from you. When a subscriber opts into your list, their contact information is yours. No platform stands between you and them. No algorithm decides whether they see your message. You send it, they receive it. The setup at this stage is simple. Use a free email platform like Beehive and ConvertKit. Both have free tiers that are more than sufficient to start. Create one lead magnet, a checklist, a template, a short guide, a resource list, something your audience would genuinely find useful and immediately applicable. Add the opt-in link to every video description, every blog post, and every page on your website. Build a short welcome sequence, 3 to 5 emails that deliver value before asking for anything. Every subscriber you add at this stage increases the return on every product launch and every affiliate recommendation you make in stage 5, 6, and 7. Build on platforms. Move the relationship to an asset you control. Core principle? Build on platforms, but move the relationship to an asset that you own. Stage 5. Launch the first product. With an audience and an email list in place, the next stage is turning that trust into the first scalable revenue source. And the most important principle here is one that most first-time product creators violate. The goal of the first product is not maximum income. It's proof. Proof that your audience will pay for something. Proof that you can create a product, price it, list it, and sell it. Proof of which specific problem your audience values solving enough to exchange money for a solution. Proof is worth more than any revenue number from a single product because it tells you what to build next and how to price it. The best first products are small and fast to create. A prompt library, a printable pack, a Notion template, a spreadsheet tool, a short guide, an ebook covering a specific well-defined topic, something you can build in a weekend and have live on Gumroad, Payhip, or Etsy by the following Monday. Pricing. Start between $9 and $27. Low enough to minimize purchase friction for the first-time buyer. High enough to prove they valued it. The entry price is not a permanent ceiling. It's a starting point for a relationship that will ascend to higher-priced products later. The product selection rule. Create the answer to a question your audience is already asking. Not what you think they should want. Not what you find interesting to make. The question that shows up in your comments, in your DMs, in your email replies, in the search queries that bring people to your content. Answer the question at a price between $9 and $27. That's your first product. Core principle. The goal of the first product is not maximum income. It's proof. Stage 6. Add affiliate income. Here's why affiliate marketing appears at stage 6 and not stage 2. Affiliate marketing works on trust. When you recommend a product, a tool, or a platform, the conversion rate depends almost entirely on whether your audience trusts your judgment. A new channel with no established relationship recommending tools earns almost nothing. A channel with 10,000 subscribers who trust its perspective earns meaningful commissions from those same recommendations. At stage 6, you have an audience, an email list, and a validated product. The trust infrastructure is in place. Now you add affiliate income as a layer on top of content that already exists. The mechanics. Identify every tool, platform, software, or service you genuinely use and recommend in your content. Search for their affiliate programs. Apply. Add your affiliate links to the relevant videos, blog posts, newsletters, and resource pages. Use a link management tool like Pretty Links to track clicks and keep links clean. Prioritize programs with recurring commissions, SaaS tools that pay you a percentage of the customer's monthly subscription indefinitely. One referred customer at 30% of a $99 monthly subscription pays you nearly $30 every month for as long as that customer stays subscribed. The critical discipline at this stage: only recommend products you actually use and genuinely believe will help your audience. Affiliate income built on authentic recommendations compounds over years. Affiliate income built on anything that pays erodes trust quickly and destroys the asset at the center of everything else on this roadmap. Core principle: don't build an audience for affiliate links. Add affiliate links to an audience you already serve. Stage 7. Expand into a product portfolio. The first product proved the model. Stage 7 is where you build around it. A single product has a finite number of buyers and a fixed price ceiling. A connected portfolio of products serves the same audience at multiple levels of depth and investment and converts buyers at every entry point into the system. Here's what a simple value ladder looks like. A $9 prompt pack or checklist as the entry point. Low friction, proves purchase. A $27 ebook or short guide that delivers substantial value and builds depth of trust. A $79 Notion or template system that solves a complete workflow. A $197 course that creates structured transformation. A $29 per month membership or resource vault that generates recurring revenue. The logic of the latter is that every product serves the same audience at a different level of engagement. Lower priced products create buyers. Those buyers, if the first product delivered genuine value, are the warmest possible prospects for the next one. Higher priced products don't require a bigger audience, they require a deeper relationship with the same audience that you already have. Memberships at any level of this ladder add something the others don't: recurring revenue. A membership with 200 members at $29 per month generates $5,800 every single month before you acquire a single new member. That stability changes how the whole business operates. Build the next product in your portfolio based on what your current buyers ask you for the most often, after they've purchased what you already sell. They're telling you what to make next. Core principle: one product creates a sale. A portfolio creates a business. Stage 8. Begin investing the surplus. Here's why investing comes at stage 8 rather than stage 1 or 2, and why it matters enormously for anyone trying to build wealth from a standing start. Investing is a wealth compounding strategy. It takes money you already have and grows it over time, but it cannot create meaningful income from nothing. At a 3% dividend yield, you need $200,000 invested to generate $500 per month. And at an 8% annual return, $10,000 invested today becomes roughly $46,000 in 20 years. That's powerful. But if you're starting from zero, waiting for investing alone to generate significant income is an extremely slow path. The digital product portfolio, the affiliate income, and the audience you've built in stages 2 through 7, those can generate $2,000, $5,000, and $10,000 per month significantly faster than investment accounts can reach those levels from a small starting base. Build the cash flow first, then invest the surplus to compound it. The investing sequence for most people runs in this order. First, a fully funded emergency fund. Then capture any employer retirement account match. That's an immediate 100% return that no investment strategy can beat. Then, broad market index funds as the core, low maintenance holding. Then, dividend-focused or income-focused ETFs for cash flow. Then, real estate exposure through REITs or direct ownership as capital allows. The income from stages 2 through 7 funds this stage. This stage compounds that income into long-term wealth. Both are running simultaneously by this point in the roadmap. Core principle: create cash flow first, compound the surplus second. Stage 9. Build or acquire a business. Everything built through stage 8, the digital assets, the audience, the email list, the product portfolio, the affiliate income, the investments, it's a system. Stage 9 is where you formalize that system into a business that operates with or without your daily involvement. There are several ways to approach this stage, and the right one depends on where you are at the time you arrive here. The most natural path for most evergreen income builders: formalize the digital asset portfolio, establish the business entity, hire an editor, a writer, a designer, or a customer support person, whoever's handling the tasks that currently require you every day. The goal is to remove yourself as the bottleneck for things that can be delegated. The business should be able to run for 30 days without your presence and continue growing. A second path: build software. If there's a tool your audience needs that doesn't exist or doesn't exist well, the product portfolio and audience you've built give you the distribution infrastructure that most software products struggle to acquire. A third path: acquire. With capital generated from stages 5 through 8, it's possible to purchase a small existing website, newsletter, or digital product category in your niche. You're buying an asset that already earns at a multiple of its monthly revenue, and adding it to a system that already has distribution. The business you build or acquire at this stage has two things individual income streams don't: equity and systems. Equity is the value of the business itself. A business generating $10,000 a month can be sold for $300,000 to $500,000 or more. Systems are what allow the business to earn without the founder present in every decision. This is how passive income becomes truly durable. Core principle: passive income becomes durable when the system no longer depends entirely on you. So, here's the complete sequence. Stage 1, earned income. Stabilize, create surplus, fund everything that follows. Stage 2, first digital asset, one platform chosen deliberately, built consistently. Stage 3, audience, turn traffic into trust, solve repeatable problems for a specific person. Stage 4, email list, move the relationship from rented platforms to an asset you own. Stage 5, first product, prove the audience will pay. Start small, start fast, start now. Stage 6, affiliate income. Layer commissions onto content that already exists. Prioritize trust and recurring programs. Stage 7, product portfolio. Build the value ladder. One product for every level of commitment your audience is ready to make. Stage 8, invest the surplus. Compound the cash flow the earlier stages created. Index funds, retirement accounts, dividend assets, real estate. Stage 9, business. Formalize the system. Hire, acquire, or build software. Remove yourself as the bottleneck, and then the compounding ecosystem. Each stage is still earning, each stage is still growing. The audience you built in stage 3 is still discovering your products from stage 5. The affiliate income from stage 6 is still growing with every new subscriber. The investments from stage 8 are compounding quietly in the background. The business from stage 9 is generating equity while you work on whatever comes next. Don't skip stages. Investing without surplus is slow. Products without an audience are hard to sell. An audience without an email list is fragile. A business without systems becomes another job. Each stage solves the problem that would otherwise make the next stage difficult. That is what makes this a sequence and not a list. Before you go, I want you to do one thing. Identify which stage of this roadmap you're currently in, not where you want to be, where you actually are right now. Then identify the one thing you would need to do to complete that stage and move to the next one. Not 10 things. 1. Drop your stage number in the comments. I read every one, and I'm genuinely curious where most of you are on this ladder. In a future video, we're going to go deep on stage 2 specifically, the decision between YouTube, a blog, a newsletter, and digital products as your first asset. The pros and cons of each, which one fits which type of person, and how to choose without second-guessing yourself for 6 months. Subscribe so you know when it drops. This is Evergreen Income. The compounding starts now.